Empire Broadcasting presents the Professionals Roundtable, 9 to 2 p.m. Hear what's hot in the professional world. Timely topics to propel your career to the next level. Professionals Roundtable, 9 to 2 p.m. exclusively on Empire Broadcasting.
Good morning and welcome back to the Roundtable here at Empire Radio. We are here and having the pleasure of interviewing the president and head coach at GrowthSource Coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Steve Smith to the show. Pleasure having you on with us today, Steve. How are you feeling?
I'm doing great today, Chrystal. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you could let our listeners know a little bit more about you and exactly what it is that you do at the GrowthSource Coaching.
GrowthSource Coaching is a business and executive coaching company. We work with owners of businesses. We work with people in larger corporations in management and executive roles. And our primary responsibility, our primary mission, is to help tune these folks up so they can be the best that they can be in the roles that they have.
Very nice. And what exactly originally inspired you to start this business of yours?
Actually, when I started this, I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't see it coming. I had the career that I was in consumer products manufacturing for almost 30 years, worked for some wonderful national corporations. 98% of it was good stuff, and I had a great time. And we moved around a lot and saw a lot of great things, did a lot of great things. And in 2008, it was time to call it quits. Traveling was getting just very, very burdensome. And quite honestly, I was just looking to basically do the same thing in a more localized fashion out here in Southern California. And so that was what I pursued. And along that way, I ran into a woman who is a consultant that helps former executives figure out what they should be doing in their next life if they're going to own their own business, run a business, start a business, things like that. She was the one who introduced me to this concept. I'd heard of coaches, in the past, executive coaches for presidents of companies and things like that. I didn't realize that the business coaching industry was as proliferate as it is at the local level, small business level. And it was a perfect match for me. I mean, the minute I started investigating it and looking at it and seeing how I could fit into it, I realized it was going to be a great match.
Very nice, very nice. And can you tell us a little bit more about the background of training that's insisted with this type of profession?
Yes, training is varied, to be honest with you. It's one of the downsides of the profession is it's not regulated. And I'm not a big fan of regulation to start with, but sometimes you need a kind of a constant playing field to vet the people that are involved in the industry. So right now, people... if you get into a specific type of coaching, like I'm in the business side of coaching, so the only thing I do is help people that are in business that want to be better business people, run better businesses. That's where I focus. So my entire career has set me up and allowed me to enter this in with a fair amount of expertise. Now, when I got started, I went through some coaching training in order to be able to adapt and learn the coaching methodology, because that's the real secret to the sauce. If you're not good as a coach, it's going to be difficult to transform the individual you're working with. Other people will go to more formal coaching institutes and then spend time learning the coaching process and get certifications, and then they'll go out and try to apply their trade on the open market. So there's a variety of different ways you can enter this, but for me, it's are you true to what you fundamentally understand and know how to do? Is this your calling? So as an example, I'm a business coach. I could no more be a marriage or relationship coach than the man in the moon, basically, because sure, I know something about it, but that's not my area of expertise.
And can you tell us a little bit more, Steve, about, I know you have a digital book coming up about business blind spots. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, I wrote this book about a month ago, and it's more of an e-book, if you will. It's a quick read, but it's designed to help people that are running businesses or overseeing parts of larger companies understand some of the real negative effects of having blind spots. We all have blind spots. There's certain things in our environment that we just don't take note of. We dismiss, we discount, we don't see relevance in it, so we don't pay attention to it. That's a blind spot, because if it's causing problems in your business and everybody around you, your employees, your customers, maybe your suppliers, your vendors, people like that, if they all see that as a problem, but you don't recognize it as a problem or don't even see it existing, that's a blind spot. And there's a lot of them out there, but in working, in being in this business for the last 9 years and working with a little over 400 business professionals, I've kind of categorized the ones that I see most frequently. And so I wrote this book on the 10 major business blind spots that can stall your growth and drain your profits. And I show people how to identify it. And once you figure out that you've got it, what do you do to fix it?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are here with Steve Smith. He's the president and head coach at GrowthSource Coaching. Steve, could you give our listeners your direct information for them to contact you directly?
Yes, if anybody would like to talk to me a little more about what coaching is and my style of coaching and whether it's something that would work for them, they can contact me at my office number, which is 949-951-9163, or they can go to my website, which is www.growthsourcecoaching.com, and that has all the contact information there. You can sign up for a free consultation if you want to figure out what's not working in your own business. I'll be glad to provide you with 30 minutes of consultation advice on the phone, and you can go from there. You can learn a lot. I've got a ton of stuff on my website. There's a lot of articles and videos you can learn from before you even contact me.
Perfect. Well, folks, make sure you look out that website. That's growthsourcecoaching.com. Reach out to Steve for any of the services you may need. Thank you again, Steve, for joining us today. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Yes, thank you, Chrystal.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in. We will be right back after these messages.